The Versecast is brought to you by Engine. Create your free community website at enjin.com.
Pizza!
Ouch.
Ouch.
That was a little too much pizza.
Was that, did I, oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just
Ooh,
kidding.
yeah,
You can never have too much pizza.
My waveform just blew out. I blew out my pizza form. You never want that, like when the crust is all over the side and like, you know, dripping down into the thing there, you know?
Sometimes you do want that.
You know, so what's your position on the cheese in crust pizza?
It can be good.
Can be,
It depends.
Okay. What would be the determining factor there? Would it be quality of cheese, quality of crust, quality of baking?
I think it comes down to the quality of the cheese. I've had it a few times, and sometimes the cheese they use just is completely flavorless, and it's not worth eating. So, yeah, it's got to be probably like a good mozzarella.
That makes sense. Oh, so do you, what's your your best pie shop that we might know the name of out there in the Midwest?
It's this place called My Oven.
Oh, okay.
And I get my pizza directly from this guy named Jack.
Jack?
Yeah. It's Jack's Pizza, and I put it in my oven.
Oh, it's like a take and bake thing, or are you just saying you make your own from scratch?
Yeah, it's kind of like a take and bake, yeah.
All right. Gonna be coy about it. I understand. Pie is important.
Yeah, I don't want to give away too much. I mean, come on.
No. I think last time we were able to ascertain that calzones are just like right out. So
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
yeah. Well, it's a coastal thing, you know. It's when you get out here, you need something to float on. So everybody gets issued a calzone at the border. It's awesome. Don't eat it. You might need it later. Well, so how have you been, man? It's been a while since we got together. Those guys in charge. That's us.
I've been good. You know, I'm just kind of playing some games and, you know, hanging out. I've been playing some Far Cry 5. And also some Vermintide 2. And some Overwatch, as always.
Yeah. How many hours you got in that now?
Oh, probably going on 900.
I would have figured you'd had more than 1,000 by now.
Yeah, I don't... You know, I've never... I think that's the most I've put into any game. I don't stick with games very long on the average. The next most hours I put into a game is probably Minecraft.
Well, yeah. That's life.
Yeah, that's everybody's got like 3,000 hours in Minecraft.
Yeah. What are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've put a lot of time. That's the amount of time that it tells me I've played. So you can add on to that the amount of time I spent in queue getting into games and waiting for people to get into my group and stuff. So God knows how long it's been.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, if that stat was available, I mean, that would be really interesting and completely depressing.
Well, you know, once you get up into the higher ranks in competitive, it can take like 4 minutes to get into a game because there's just not that many people playing at the higher ranks.
Maybe I was thinking of like the old days in Arena Commander when we used to mess with trying to group up for about 45 minutes before we would get everybody.
Those were the days. I feel like it got to a point where it started working, and then they made big updates, and then it didn't work anymore.
Well, I know that they ignored Arena Commander for a while, and I guess Star Marine as well. But I've heard that they have given it some love in recent patches, and that it's actually working better. But I just, myself, I mean, it's just not a game a game style or a game mode that really holds my interest for long.
Yeah.
And it's like our buddy Turd. We were just talking about this before we started recording. He linked a game called Brass Tactics Arena for Oculus VR, and it looks amazing. It looks amazing, and it's an RTS. Mm-hmm. And I suck at RTS. I don't like RTS. I will never be like on the freeway, leaning on the horn, screaming at people, get out of my way so I can get home and play an RTS. Sea of Thieves happens every single night.
Oh, boy.
Yep, there you go. I got booty to steal! Well, hey, so good. So it sounds like you've got some games. When are we going to get you into Sea of Thieves, man?
It looks fun. It does look fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a little worried about how much content there is there. So I'm I'm sitting on the fence, kind of waiting to see what they do with it, kind of waiting for a discount. Because I don't know how you feel about it. We haven't really talked about it, but I watched like the Angry Joe review, who I pretty much always totally agree with. And some other reviews and impressions, and it just feels like the kind of emergent gameplay is really cool, but there's not much depth in the mission structure, because there's only like 3 different kinds of missions, right? Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like there could be more there.
Well, they just had a big announcement on the 12th, which would have been last Thursday. So click on that. So they've given us a roadmap for the rest of the summer, which is going to involve several significant updates. The first one is coming next month in May. It's called The Hungering Deep, and it's supposed to bring us a new AI and also some mechanics for better cooperation between larger groups of players, because they said, given this new AI, we're going to need the ability to do that. So that's exciting, and some people are speculating that it's going to be like a giant shark, and that we're going to get a harpoon gun to be able to battle it, which I think would just be awesome.
Yeah.
And then there is after that there is something called the Cursed Shores, which is going to is it Cursed Shores or no Cursed? It's hidden behind the thing there, the picture. What's it say? It's a cursed something that starts with S. Cursed Sails. And some folks are speculating that this is going to be like the Flying Dutchman ship in the game. And that's going to... so that's potentially exciting. And then during the summer, towards the end of the summer, something called Forsaken Shores, or Shores somewhere. And that is going to, I don't think we know what that's going to be. They're not really giving much away about any of it. They're pretty good about holding these things, playing these cards close to the vest. But all during this time, there are going to be weekly events that are going to add some variety to the game. And yes, I agree. I think it's similar in a lot of ways to Elite Dangerous when Elite Dangerous launched, where the criticism was miles wide, inches deep. I would say it's not that bad currently. There is some grind to it, but the emergent stuff, like our me and Handsome Devil, our friend, played last night, and it was a really chill, relaxing evening, and we were just getting ready to log off, and we said, hey, let's go take a look at this thing over here. And 45 minutes later, we're just like yelling and screaming and throwing controllers all over the place, and it was just it was great. It was so much fun. But anyway, I don't
controller.
Yeah,
this is a PC gaming. What are you?
But it's a Sea of Thieves. Here, I'll hold it up to the microphone. It's a Sea of Thieves controller.
Wow. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand now.
Yeah, well, it's like GTA. It's better with control.
Yeah.
Although last night my batteries died, and I had in the middle of vast excitements, and so I had to resort to mouse and keyboard, and I had no idea how to do anything, and that was hilarious because I'm like screaming, how do you do this? How do you do that? And he's like, oh, I don't remember. I just do it. My fingers do it. Yeah, but. So anyway, I mean that's not why we're here to talk about that, but I am excited about the game and the folks that we are playing with we're all having a really good time, and I'm hoping that it goes on sale soon so we can get you out there, Pizza. How's that?
I'm ready to sail. Arr.
Arr, yar. Well, the sailing is fun too. I mean, it's just going out and figuring out how to sail the boat has its own kind of reward. But all right. So yes, okay. Way to bury the lead. The time to play has come. Yes. It is released, and we am playing. And but let's take a step back here. When we started doing shows, and this is number 200, John. When we started doing these shows in 2014, we did it so that we would have friends to play Star Citizen with. We were all very excited about the game coming out, and I think you and I had talked a couple of times. It was like, I'm getting really tired of games that coming out and being real excited, and then I don't have anybody to play with, and so it's like, that's if you don't have a clan or a large group of friends that have the money and the equipment. A lot of times you don't get to realize the full potential out of what is potentially a really good game. So hey, let's do a show. We'll be as honest and forthright as we can about who it is that we are, and hope that people hear it and want to come out and play with us, and so that we will have lots of folks to play with when the game comes out. But what we didn't expect at that time was that 4 years later we would still be waiting for the release of it so that we could play it. Now, I don't want to get into the whole debate of the alpha versions and all of that. I'm not talking about testing the game. I'm talking about being able to log into the game and play it and progress. Earn money, rank, what have you, and be able to develop your character. So it's not talking about being able to get into the game universe and play around and then have it be wiped a month down the road. So I figured that out. I figured that out in the Sea of Thieves beta process, that I don't like alpha. I really don't like beta either. And it's just because you get into it, and you start feeling accomplishment, and then you just know, the weekend's over, all of that's gone.
Well, and the element about it in the case of Star Citizen for me is that it doesn't feel good to play, because even the mechanics of moving around and doing basic stuff isn't finished. So
right.
Not only is the content out there, the game mechanics aren't done either.
Yeah, and it's it's interesting going back to the Elite Dangerous when it first came out. All the mechanics were there. It wasn't the content wasn't all there. And that's not fair to say that all the mechanics are there, because that was one of the major shortcomings, and why I had a really difficult time sticking with it. Is essentially it was a really large single player game.
Yeah.
A single player sandbox, because it was very difficult to hook up with your friends, and if you did, it was really difficult to have everybody be able to benefit from doing stuff, And I guess that in the latest version they have wings missions for wings. You can gather your group in a wing. I think it's 4 ships, if I'm not mistaken. And so I guess the mechanic is in there, so it's supposed to allow you to share missions and rewards and experience, etc. Reputation with factions and whatnot. So that's very cool. But hey, guess what? That's 4 years after after the initial release. Or I guess when did that launch? It launched in November of 14, didn't it? Because I remember we were playing it going, you know what, I'll do this for the next year, and then Star Citizen will be out, and, you know.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. Still, it's a beautiful game, and I hope someday, you know, that it's that they get enough stuff in there that it's, you know, it's interesting. I think that my main, one of the main things about it now is that you are the ship. You know, it's not a first-person experience. You know, you play the ship. You can't get out of the ship. You can't walk around. You know, GTA. You know, you get out of the car. You walk around. Obviously, in Star Citizen, you do too. Sea of Thieves, same thing. You get out of the ship. You walk around. But there is that group mechanic which keeps, you know, incentivizes everybody to stay together and play together, which I think is really why I'm so excited about it. This is like, this type of play is what I have been hoping for, and I am still hopeful that we will get it in Star Citizen, but it's not here now. So in the meantime, there is a game that has it, and I want to play it, so that's what I'm doing. Hello?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Were you on the other line?
No, I was just taking in everything you were saying.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, I almost passed over this. So, all right. So I'm downshifting here. RPO. We got to talk about this because we did this so much.
Oh yeah.
How much did you like it?
It was really good. After reading the book, I was a little let down that certain things didn't make it into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the way they handled some of the challenges felt kind of watered down. But also they did stuff in the movie that they didn't do in the book that was really cool. So, you know, I was ready for the movie to be completely different from the book. But it retained enough that I still really liked it. So it was good. I mean, it was Spielberg for sure, and I felt like it was kind of directed more like one of his older movies, which I appreciated. But it still had, you know, a bunch of new stuff in it, like Tracer from Overwatch and the Spartans from Halo and.
Right. Yeah. I enjoy. I actually liked the way that it ended better than the book. I thought they did a really good job with the ending, and overall, it kind of felt like, and maybe this is actually what happened, is that Klein did essentially another draft of the book and turned that into the screenplay. You know. But yeah, the only thing that was missing, the only thing that could have been it better is if we had Ndwi Gast in it. Gast.
Yeah.
How cool would that have been?
That would have been, you know,
just.
That's my new favorite character.
I love him so bad.
He's the best.
I love him so bad. So of course I'm speaking of Grandmaster, and of course Jeff Goldblum, who is Grandmaster. He's never been any other character. That whole fly thing never happened. He is Grandmaster, and if you're feeling a little down, feeling a little blue, go out to YouTube and just Google up in the YouTubes Grandmaster outtakes, and you can't come away from that not feeling better about yourself, life, the world. Pretty much everything.
You know, the Grandmaster is in the credits for Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which came out before Thor Ragnarok.
Right. So, when are we getting a Guardians 3? When's that?
I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, though. I wasn't so hot on the first one, but I watched the second one after it came to Netflix twice. So I like that one a lot.
Y'all. Yeah, I liked them both. I mean, it was things about each that I liked more than other things. You know, I thought Kurt Russell's was good, but I thought his character was a little over the top. Ego. Definitely liked Blue Guy. God, I can never remember his name.
Yondu.
Yondu. I loved Yondu.
Yeah.
I thought he was that, and the way that he went out. Sorry, spoilers. I thought was awesome. It was give you
Mary
one
Poppins.
of those. Mary Poppins, y'all. One of those great comic book cries that you can't get one of those anywhere else. You have to get it from a comic book. That's why they call them that. All right. Well, okay. I didn't want to pass it up because I know that you and I both love that so much, and I wanted to mention it. So back to business here. Just cut right to the chase. This is the last episode of audio programming we are going to be doing for a while, quite possibly ever. And if we go back to late last year, coinciding with the holiday live stream event, I made the decision because I'm the one that I'm responsible. I deserve all the blame, none of the credit, and I'm fine with that. We made the decision. I made the decision to begin incorporating gameplay into our shows because I was getting burned out on just talking about the stuff that I wanted to do in the future. We did have enough experience playing GTA to know that there was something there that we felt that was of value, something that represented our group well. So I wanted to begin working towards presenting that content to people. At the time, I thought that it was going to be easier than it turned out to be to create content which played well both audio and video. It ended up being a lot more work than I had anticipated, and also, I mean, it was in sort of some of the point of going to a more gameplay based content plan was because I wanted to play games more. As I was spending most of my hobby time doing notes and recording podcasts, which was fine. I enjoyed it, and if I had unlimited time, I would be more likely to want to spend some of my limited resources, limited time resources, still doing that. But that's you can what if in one hand and poop in the other, and at the end of the day, what do you got more of? Yeah.
Is that okay?
My grandma used to say that. So anyway, like I said, it's nothing bad, sick, or wrong about any of it. I'm just saying that it's become apparent that I need to focus my efforts on one thing or the other, and I choose to play. And that decision is made really easy because of Sea of Thieves. Now, the old Versecast audio format. Now, I say possibly ever as far as this format coming back. It will return if and when there is a compelling reason for that to happen. And we're not taking anything down off we still have our file server, so it's still, all the episodes are still going to be there. There's going to be 200 of them, which is really cool. And those will live there until the FBI comes knocking at the door and they haul me away. So it's for now that the audio channel is going to be dark, and so Turd and I are currently developing the video content. But I've mentioned before that folks are welcome to bring their content ideas to us, and we will be happy to help them as we are able to. And what that means is that if there are members in the org who want a place to present their content, which they have developed completely, we may be able to offer a platform to host it on. Now, that doesn't mean that we're looking for folks to bring us ideas for us to develop, because I got plenty of ideas, and those ideas are what I'm going to be focusing on next. And so, speaking of that, what is next for me and Turd too will be more video content, and it will be focused around those guys with ships playing Sea of Thieves, and it will be fun, or at least it's going to be fun for me. So LOL. And what my goal there is to figure the best way for me to share my love of gaming with this group of people, with this group of friends that we've made over the last 4 years, in a way which maximizes both my playtime and it lets me be creative too, because I do enjoy that part of this project that we have undertaken is being able to express things creatively. So I think that's and there's nothing wrong with that. So it's going to be video games, video content, live, recorded, or some combination thereof. I don't know. We're going to figure it out as we go along. And it will be called Those Guys with Ships. Something, or some variation thereof. So, now, pizza, just because, so folks, a little bit of context here. Recall that, this has been the expectation has always been that back in the days when we were doing Versecast and Those Guys with Ships, the two different shows, we had the news and information show, and then we had the community content show. So the expectation had always been that at some point Those Guys with Ships the community gameplay show would eventually supplant Versecast news and information. And we had expected at the time that it would be Star Citizen gameplay, and still hopefully someday maybe it will be. But for right now, there is this other game, and so that is what I am going to do. And that brings us to the website. Mr. Pizza, do you want to fill us in on what's up with versecast.org?
Yeah, so I have some ideas for a refresh in lieu of some of the changes that we just talked about. And I can't make any promises when these can go into effect, when I'll have time to work on all of it. But basically, I want to kind of parse down everything you see on the website and give it a completely new facelift. And just kind of point people towards Discord as the primary way to interact with the community, because I think, lately, if you go to the website, you'll see that there hasn't been much activity in the forums. And that's mostly because when somebody has something to say or ask, it just happens on Discord, because people are right there and they're ready to respond immediately.
Right. Right.
So, and I feel like the community in general has kind of they've lost some excitement over the game along with us. So that means that there hasn't been a lot of the more long-form content in the forums that there once was. And generally people are playing other games and just, hanging out and not really discussing that kind of stuff anymore. So,
well, the friendships persist.
Oh, yeah.
and the games change. If you think about it, it makes complete sense, because we're a gaming community with the idea of creating a place where people can show up and find friends to play games with. So you're not going to do that, post something in the forum, hey, I'm thinking about, being able to play for half an hour before dinner a week from Tuesday.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you want to log in and say, hey, guys, I got 45 minutes. Anyone want to jump in with me?
Yeah.
So, and Discord works great for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I definitely, I think it's an excellent idea that we begin focusing folks' attention to the Discord. Both for and there are discussion threads out there too. So I mean, it's not like it's only people looking to find a game. There are also discussion threads that get formed, and debates that happen, and so I think it's not a forum. It's different format than a forum, but we got for forums, for traditional forum type stuff, Spectrum is there, and it does work for that. But it's not done, and it's when we were at CitizenCon in 2016, and Benoit, what's his name, gave his presentation. I remember you looked over at me and said, "Well, there goes the forums," because Spectrum's gonna make all of that obsolete by. I remember he said, "We hope to release something in a couple of weeks."
I was kind of nervous at the time, honestly.
Yeah, that was hilarious. but it's so that part of it's not perfect, but you know what? It is functional for the long form type discussions, and but the chat, the chat and the more immediate looking for group functions. I think Discord satisfies that need much better than Spectrum. I don't even know if there is any kind of chat in Spectrum right now. Is there?
There's text chat. I know that. I don't believe they've done anything with voice yet.
Right. So, and for a lot of games, they don't have voice. Especially we've got several players that are really into early development alpha games. And those may not have chat. So, in order to do that stuff with friends, they need to have a place where they can have a chat channel. So
yeah.
Discord does that. So that's awesome. What now? The old were you gonna archive the old forums, or how's that gonna work?
Yeah, I think the forums, I'll just keep them up on the page that they're at, and maybe redo the header or something. But yeah, they'll just stick around, and probably just leave them open for people to post, because it's not like it does any harm.
Oh, okay. But we'll just new discussion threads are going to be redirected towards Spectrum then.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Put a message up there that just says, Star Citizen discussion over on Spectrum.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Because we're still going to have the engine server. That's where we host all of the audio files. So that's going to continue. We definitely want. We don't want to eliminate anything that already exists. We're just making plans to move forward using some different technology and in a different place.
Yep.
So I think that is a beautiful thing. And yeah, definitely do go check out the Discord, our Discord channel, if you haven't. You can do that, tinyurl.com/TGwS-Discord. They don't let you use underscores. -Discord. So, and I made that for everybody, so you're welcome. It's easy. Discord links are cryptic. Have you ever noticed that?
No.
Yeah, like when you share a link to a Discord channel or a server.
Oh.
Cryptic. Yeah.
You don't know where it's going to go.
You have no idea. It could just end up, and now more than ever, got to be careful about that kind of stuff. All right. So, well, good. So that's exciting. And like you say, we don't have a timeline on this because we are, for the larger community. Because I do want to reiterate that I still think of our group as a Star Citizen gaming community, because I think we're all here because of Star Citizen, and we want Star Citizen to get finished. We want them to do it right. We want it to be awesome. And but that's not where it is right now. And I'm not getting any younger, John. I know that you are. You're pulling a Benjamin Buttons on me over here. But I got to play because I'm going to die soon.
It's the pizza. You need to have more pizza in your diet.
It's the fountain of pizza. You see, what's with Ponce de Leon? He had the whole thing wrong. He should have gone to Italy and got himself a nice pie. Yeah. Everything would have been different. Oh gosh. So yeah. Well, you got anything else?
Probably. Like to thank Ace and Jimmy and Mark and Caleb and Turd and is that the main? Did I get them all?
I think you did. Let me check. I actually wrote a list here, and thank you for bringing that up. We want to thank everybody that has contributed in this phase of those guys with ships content.
Yeah, just a Thank you for those guys for showing up, mostly every week, and especially Jimmy and Ace and
Yeah.
Mark. Those guys, they're good guys.
Yeah, I had okay, so let's see. So it was Jimmy, then it was Ace, then it was Mark and Johnny. Johnny was on for a couple of shows. And then also Dietrich was on a couple of times.
Yep.
Dietrich and Amontillado, and then Turd came in near the more recently. So definitely thanks for that. And I think that might have been everybody. And if I'm missing somebody, I do apologize. It's not my intention to slight anybody, but I don't do notes good. It takes me a long time to do this crap, which is why I'm putting it on the back. Oh, here, I found my list. So, Pizza, Caleb, Jimmy, Ace, Mark, Johnny, Dietrich, Monty, Wolf, and Turd. Yeah, see, I forgot Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so thank you guys all very much for the help that you gave over the years, and we're not going anywhere. It's just we're changing direction here on the format. So that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. So anyway, but wanted to definitely get those guys in charge. That's us in here to make this announcement and ask you one last time into your ear. Please go to engine.com. They are the quick, easy, and free solution for hosting your community website. That's enjin.com. John, if I was Pizza, if I was looking for some cryptocurrency, what do you think I should do?
Enginecoin.io.
It's cryptocurrency. Oh, it's smart cryptocurrency for gaming. You can still reach us. The best way to do that, as we were just saying, is through our Discord server. tinyurl.com/TGWS-Discord. And I will put a link to that in the show notes. You can find us on the YouTube. That's where the majority of the content is going to be for now. tinyurl.com/GuysTube. Yes, that's right. I said GuysTube. On Mixer, I'm not there yet. On Twitter, we are at Versecast. Be sure to use that hashtag TGWS. On Steam and the Xbox app, we are Those Guys with Ships. And for forums and such, please do go to Spectrum. It's the future. Yeah, if you do you have to be a member of the org to access our forums on Spectrum?
I don't know that. I'm thinking do.
Yeah, that might be a requirement. So, if that is the case, join the org. It's free. Actually, we're having a half-off sale, so it's only half of free. So, go out there. I do go and check applications a couple times a month. But if you're anxious and have something you absolutely need to say in the forums right now, you can always message me on Discord, and I'll be happy to jump over there and accept your app. So, do it. Pizza, good to hang in the hangar with you again. We did a thing, man. 200 things, actually. So
it's a lot of things.
It is a lot of things. Yeah.
It's surprising that it's been 4 years since we started this.
Yeah. It's who would have thunk it, huh?
I wouldn't have thunk it. I also wouldn't have thunk I'd be waiting after 6 years for Star Citizen, but we're here.
Well, there's that. Here we are. Here we are. All right. Until next time, then, we are Those Guys with Ships, and this has been the Versecast.
We'll see you in the verse.
Verse. Yeah, we got to get Grandmaster. You know what? I wonder if we can get him to do a guest appearance at a Christmas party or something.
Oh, wait. I think he just walked in.
Celebrate my champion.
Get out of here, you old dog, you.
That's all, folks.
It's a pizza!